anymore. I can't. 20 solid minutes late. 20 solid minutes. Who does this guy think he is?
Dylan.
Who the hell does this guy think? Yes. Who the hell does this guy think he is? More than 20 minutes now. Must feel awful good after that. Well, maybe we shouldn't say. No, we pretty much have to. He's not going to come on and hide it. This will be aired after the first episode.
If this airs after,
this will air after. Yeah,
fine,
definitely. He's gonna. Me and Mark were talking before we came on, and my guess is that the first thing Dylan is going to say is something gloating in his extreme knowledge that is unmatched in bodybuilding. Got this thing all the way over fucking here. Does that sound better?
A little louder.
Yeah, no shit, because it's right in front of me now. Yeah, I guarantee that's what's going to happen.
Yeah, most likely. I can see him coming around and be like, "Oh, it's second, and it's the first loser and the second loser," and like he'll say something like that. He'll be really bodacious about it.
Or no, he'll say like, "Well, who was second? I guess it doesn't matter who second was. Everybody remembers who first was." Something of that.
Well, if he doesn't show up at all, then I'm retracting his victory. Want to play games, Dylan?
That means I'll win by default. Like the natural bodybuilder, the natural bodybuilder that just got banned. Did you see that? After the fact?
No, I didn't. No, I didn't.
You know the guy that competed and looked huge?
And
everyone was like...
One thing.
Sorry.
Just so everybody has some context, we did the first episode of Bodybuilding Trivia where it was Mark versus Xavier versus Dylan, who is, like I said, very fucking late. And if you guys want to see how it all went down, what questions were asked, and who got what score, you can check out the first episode. Link is in the description. Dylan. I know. Fucker. Sorry, Xavier.
Dylan, you son of a...
That's him.
Oh,
sorry, natural.
I got a toonie today with the king on it.
Ah.
Okay.
Toonie. What's a toonie? What is that value?
That's $2.
$2. A looney's a $1 coin. A toonie, because we got loonies.
But now that there's a king.
A little closer, I can't see it.
Looks like a wizard.
Can't see it.
It's an Aboriginal. You racist.
I was going to say. I was going to say. No,
I got a
it does. It looks like a wizard or Zeus. That's a compliment.
Yeah.
I got a Sacagawea dollar. You guys know what a Sacagawea dollar is?
Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Cool.
I got one.
That is cool. Yeah. Xavier, you were. Sorry, you were saying something about a natural bodybuilder that got banned.
Yeah, I don't know exactly what federation it was. I actually thought initially it was the IFBB's natural side of things, but I don't think it was actually. But he competed, and there's a whole controversy because he just looked like he was gassed up. Anyway, the test came back and it tested that he was positive. But the guy, he was juiced, and he was banned. But it sucks for the guys that won or the guys that got fourth and all that sort of stuff because I don't get the moment, and it's not like. In these competitions, in natural competitions, It's not like it. A lot of them, you don't win money. So it's what do you get? Like you get, it's the moment.
Everybody in the audience seen you get to win. Mike Ashley never won the Arnold Classic.
He did. No. He didn't. It's like
you hear guys say it. You hear guys say it quite often. Bodybuilders compete for the love of competing first and foremost. So if there's no money, then people would still do it. I've heard people say that at the
just like pro wrestling. You go in and
but pro wrestling, those guys are getting paid, right?
No. But if you go in and you win, it's like it doesn't matter. Everybody's getting paid the same, but it sure feels good to pin that guy and everybody's cheering for you, even though it doesn't matter. Those guys get to have that moment, and it's
understood. There's still that discrepancy for the fact that nobody at the bodybuilding show is getting paid, though. Quite unfortunate. But this is just it. When it comes to the prize money these days, it's certainly starting to turn around. Not in the amateur level. I mean, there's still nothing at the amateur level.
I won prize money in Australia.
Well,
how much?
500.
Couple of bucks. It's pretty good.
Is that like 500 Canadian?
Yeah.
That's what I pay for my content. I pay that for the Marx Max.
Yeah, I know. I could have just won yours and not traveled to. Well, I lost.
I don't know. Do you think you could beat
Probably
Trey
not.
Hawk?
No.
He's a hawking.
So that's the
big
point.
dude.
Exactly. I needed to travel to South Australia and do a men's physique comp
You got him.
to get it.
I would just,
You got him
I'd
for
be,
a
I'd be
call
able
out.
to beat him. I would just take twice as much Turk Builder. I'd beat him for sure.
Mhm,
100%.
mhm. You guys would be in the first call out. I'd see to that.
Full bodybuilding
Hooray.
rules, not now. My legs. There's
No.
no comeback.
Full bodybuilding corruption is what's going to guarantee us a placing, Xavier. Don't worry about it. Mark's got it handled.
Exactly. Pay the right people,
Yeah.
you know.
The background helps too. Wink, wink.
All right,
It
he's
really
here.
does.
Should we let him in?
I'll use this one.
Should we let him in?
No, it has to be solid black. Yeah, might as well let the
You
pig
think?
come in. Hear him out.
All right. Yeah. I need to prepare myself as well. I'm going to timestamp it right here. Dylan joins the chat, and then I don't want to say what I'm going to put after that so far. All right, we'll let him in.
Can't you see it?
Oh,
Yeah,
there he is.
coin.
That looks like a penny.
Nah, it's smaller.
Yeah. Dylan.
See, he's
Just a 1
he's still allowing himself to be fashionably late, even after signing in. He's sitting there.
Yes.
He's sitting there laughing at his camera right now.
Yeah, for sure. I hope you can hear us though.
I don't think
One
you can
has
yet.
the king and one has the
I've
queen.
got a couple with the king on it. I actually got two $1.
Come on, son. It's time for your pudding. I don't want my pudding, Mum. Come on, let's go. Horse riding and such.
Man, I love that.
Oh my lord!
And that's
I'm kicking Dylan out of here. I'm telling you, right? Like,
Do you know what I like to
I
do?
regret
Dylan,
what?
Get these notes.
look
Get
at
these
bamboo.
notes. Yeah, I
Obsess
love
over bamboo.
Kenson sent me a photo of just bamboo one day. I was like, what the hell is he sending me?
What
It wasn't even bamboo you liked
Yeah, it
anyway.
was
It
hemp.
was hemp.
I like to fold them over
Yeah.
and make them look weird.
Looks like a gremlin or a frog man of some kind.
Don't be talking about Dylan like that.
Look at Bob Barker here with
Oh, Dylan.
plaid suit.
I've got
jacket.
the Hormozy
that.
outfit.
I also have my Hormozy outfit on.
Yeah.
Hormozy.
Oh, that's not a sports jacket. I thought it was an old plaid sports jacket that
No,
Bob
I
Barker
wish.
used to wear.
Did you guys
we
coordinate
recording?
before the show? Yeah, we are. Did you
Yeah, we're
guys
recording.
coordinate before the show?
No, but I'm surprised that everyone's kind of
No.
dressed up similarly.
Well,
Xavier
Yeah,
always
that's
wears
true.
plaid. He's got a yellow one, a blue one,
No,
and
no,
a
Red
this
one,
guy-
yeah,
this guy
yellow
is
one,
not-
blue one, green one.
this guy's not getting off it. Dylan, you are so fucking late. What is going
Yeah,
on here?
I was at that birthday dinner I told you about. Never again.
No, I still
Bad
No,
no.
I
you-
just hate everyone. Oh,
I can see that.
Is it that you
Didn't
hate
you say this was
everyone,
a?
or is it?
Didn't you say this was a family event?
yes. Yes. It's
hate
getting
your
there.
family?
It's getting there.
Don't spend so much
I
time
don't
with
spend
them. That's my
much
answer.
time with them. I think maybe that's the
Oh, my
that's the
Lord.
divide.
Well, then
Hmm.
You're
There's
right.
no
It's
helping
so
you
over.
then.
Over before it began.
I got a couple new action figures back there. You guys
No.
know
Who we
I'll
got?
notice.
we got Whiplash and Merman.
Man, I said that yesterday on the podcast.
And Spidor's hanging around too.
I don't know any of
Hmm.
these characters.
Is Merman a real
No.
character?
Merman, yes. You guys don't remember He-Man, the original
Yeah.
cartoon
Wow.
show? Merman.
Somewhat
don't
looks
think I've-
familiar.
I don't know.
Somewhat.
But Merman, I just took from.
I don't know if you can see the year there. Can't really see it. It says 1981.
Are
That's
these of
when they were
value
made.
now, or are there any value in the box?
This 1981. It's worth more to me because it was mine.
It would be worth more in the box.
worth- You might be able to get $12 for it. Oh yeah, I mean if you have
Yeah.
it still in the box.
Yeah.
Crazy. Oh, hey, one
One.
thing. This is bodybuilding related. Have you guys seen on eBay or any of those websites where there's signed photos of like Ronnie Coleman, Jay Cutler, and they've been, the signatures have been approved, and they're selling these signed photos for like $300. It's like, it's crazy. I'm like,
No.
if I was Samson Dowder, I'd be getting them all, signing a ton of photos, getting them approved and selling online, because it's like a lot, even like, like the C-Bum ones, very expensive, $500 photos, like signed. I'm like, some people
I
must just
believe
go and
that.
get stuff signed by these guys, like Sam Sulek ones as well. And then they just go get them, like, what do you call it? Like
Authenticated.
Authenticated. Thank you,
Authenticated.
Dylan. And then they sell them online for a ton. So
Dylan, very smart young man.
Yes, I'm astonished at my IQ every time I open my mouth.
Oh yeah. I got a couple questions for you that I'd like you to answer, bodybuilding
Oh,
related.
I
Two,
don't
in
need to
fact.
take your trivia. I already beat you once.
I
It's
just had a
appearing
couple of
Dylan and
questions. I
Lagmark.
figured maybe you could
Okay.
answer them.
Okay.
Who placed seventh at the 2024
Seventh
Mr.
at
Olympia?
2024. Okay. Uh. Oh, I know where this is going. I know where this is going.
I've got it. I've got
Okay,
it.
wait. What's your next question? Who placed ninth at the Mr. Olympia, isn't it?
Who placed ninth at the 2024?
Oh man.
It's debatable, it was a controversial placing.
Well, I mean, if there was two spaces in between them two guys, there should be no debate.
Brandon looked really good, actually. I'm surprised
Mhm.
they moved him all the way back to ninth.
I think he looked good too.
Better than he did the last 2
Time.
years, actually.
They can't put him. They can't put him ahead of Curry or Curry. Brandon.
I fully expected they would. Like when we made this little, I don't want to say wager, but kind of. But I fully expected Bonac was going to be great. Well, relatively speaking, for what he's brought like the last 2 years. But
He was decent.
but I was like, politics is going to save Brandon yet again. There's no way. That's why I had him. That's the only reason I had him in top 6, and he just wasn't, which is very surprising. Very surprising. That's
Yeah,
what it
got the
was.
placing.
Of course, Bonac's
Well,
old too. Bonac's older.
No. Brandon got the placing that he deserved, I think.
This time,
Even with
Yeah.
yes, this time he certainly did. But even
His arm's gone. He's fading
even with
away.
politics, it was the proper placing. I don't disagree with any of the placings really from the 2024 Olympia. Zero.
well,
I don't.
maybe
Was
I
that
don't
a white
disagree with any
monster
of
there,
them.
Dylan?
it was.
Was that a white
Dylan
monster?
lives on
Oh,
white
oh.
monsters, dude. Oh, okay. Goodbye. Yeah, Dylan lives on white monsters.
I do, and
We know this.
He went on
they're just
walkabout.
150 milligrams of caffeine, so they're not too bad. Oh, and they taste pretty good.
I didn't think you liked caffeine. I thought you didn't like, or you drank
No,
too
I
caffeine.
do
is.
all the time.
It's a drug,
Oh, you're right.
So you're
I'm more
You're a
addicted to
drug
sugar
addict.
than anything. I'm a fat piece of
Oh,
shit.
sugars. Yeah, I don't eat.
See, this is what you actually should have. Pre-workout. Okay.
Oh yeah, I have that too.
Well, no, you should just have one of them, and it shouldn't be the white monsters. White monsters are terrible for you.
Dylan,
I wouldn't
hold
mind if
up.
I
You ever
dropped
tried
dead
that with a
tomorrow,
bubbly?
and I'm so serious about it. I hope to God it is making my health worse by the second.
Hey, Dylan.
Do you ever
Is
try
that
that with a
because you already
bubbly,
won the
Kenson?
competition and you don't need? If you die, that means that
Yeah,
you
I
don't
have
need
no
to
other
defend your
goals.
title.
I have
You
no
don't
other
need to defend
goals.
your title.
I'm completely
undefeated.
depressed after that because I've done everything.
I understand. Okay.
I didn't think monsters
Well,
are terrible for you.
I think they are pretty bad.
I think they're bad in a kid's sense.
If you
and
drink them all
a
the
lot.
time. If you're
Wasn't
drinking them all
there
the time.
wasn't there a dude
You're
that
drinking
like was
water.
perfectly healthy, was actually in fitness, and his heart or whatever arteries were just like clogged from these, and he died pretty much instantly? It was a gradual buildup, but he didn't know about it.
Might have been.
Clogged from what in it?
they're terrible
That's what
for you.
chemicals. I don't know. I'm not a scientist. I'm
Yeah.
not RFK.
But
I'm
look,
no scientist.
I'm someone who's not into artificial sweeteners and all that sort of stuff. But there are actually some things in here that are actually pretty decent. It's carbonated, so it's going to slightly make you more
Bloated?
acidic or whatever. But
Mix your pre-workout with a bubbly.
That's
A
good
bubbly?
stuff.
I love
You
bubbly.
ever try that? is. It's just like one of your energy drinks, except probably
but it's
better
just
for you.
carbonated
What's
and
the-
like a flavoring. That's it.
No, but you mix your
My
pre-workout in
grandpa,
with your bubbly.
and he used to.
Your grandpa. How old's your grandpa?
Yeah,
50?
he died at 70 something, but I watched him mix
okay.
Monster and pre-workout together. And he would
What?
just go and train. Yes.
Wow.
What
And
an
he did
animal.
that in the 60s.
Oh, he trained.
Your
He lifted.
grandfather.
Your
Yes.
grandpa lifted.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah,
Mine
that's pretty
died
hardcore.
when I was a kid. He'd be 112 today. Not today, but he'd be
I met my
112
great
right now.
grandmother.
Yeah, me
Yes,
too.
so did
Yeah,
I.
mine died at 101.
I also
Yeah.
met your great great
Oh,
grandmother.
really?
Yeah. You were right.
You say your grandmother died at
Fucking
101, Kenson,
No,
or your
my
grandfather?
my great grandmother passed away when she was 101. Yeah, so I knew her growing up. Yeah,
Crazy.
Yeah. Because
Dylan, put it down.
my
You don't need that.
my great grandfather's mother, which is my great great grandmother, I met her. She lived to 103, and then her son, which was my great grandfather,
Wow.
lived to 104, and he's about to turn 105, but just missed
I
it.
hope
I'm
to
like,
God I don't
really?
live that old.
hey Dylan, hold your thing up. I
Yeah.
told Flex Lewis
What if
before I
you
was going.
what if you start to enjoy your life, Dylan? What if you start to enjoy the
Oh.
process of the experience of living?
What is there to
Wouldn't
enjoy?
you want to live longer?
I
Experience.
enjoyed talking with you
the
guys.
love of a woman. The love of a woman.
Come on, Dylan.
A good
I don't
TV
watch
show.
TV.
Did you ever watch Who's the Boss?
I don't watch
I don't
TV
watch
either.
TV.
Put
Not
on
anymore.
I don't own a working TV.
I own an iMac.
You got a computer. You can
Yeah,
watch it on
yes.
that.
I almost watched Bloodsport today because I love that movie. But
Oh, that's a good one.
then I started just
Yes.
watching
yeah.
Pumping Iron. So while I edited a video,
Pumping Iron's a
Yeah.
good
You know,
one,
the
too.
first time I watched Pumping Iron, I was bitterly disappointed because as a kid, I thought it was just a training video and I really wanted to learn. And I was only like 15 years old. I was so pumped for it. I thought I was going to be training the whole time. I'm like, going to sit down and watch this. And then he's like, the pub is
it's
better
better.
than gumming. And I'm like, what?
Turn on Blood and Guts.
What
By
does that
far the
mean?
best training video.
Oh, Blood and Guts was hands down.
Yeah.
Is that Dorian
Yeah.
Yates? Is that Dorian Yates?
Dorian and
Yeah, but
actually,
the gym's really dirty
Bra-
looking.
Branch
Fine.
Warren and who else was it? Johnny Jackson.
Johnny. Yeah.
Yeah.
Johnny O. Jackson.
Johnny
Yeah.
Jackson, yeah. They're beasts.
What was the name of that
beasts.
series?
Oh, I can't remember.
Probably
I just
something
remember
vulgar.
watching them.
Well,
I remember watching
there's
them
no
on
forgetting,
Battlefield
you know.
India.
Yep.
I remember the internet came out and all these videos came out, and before then I was looking through same 6 pages on a magazine that I had. For
Does anyone
25
remember the
years.
Kai Green series on muscular development? I remember that was one of the first big series.
Yeah, they go into his apartment, his old apartment, and he was frying. He turned
Columbo
the heat on
interview.
and everything.
Yeah, that was one of. I think that's one of the best bodybuilding interviews of all time.
Definitely
That was a
iconic
cool
for sure.
Yeah.
That was a cool one. Didn't he do terrible at the Olympia that year?
What year was it?
He
Yeah, he was like
2010,
seventh that year.
He
Seventh?
slipped. Ronnie Raquel. Ronnie Raquel beat him. Imagine losing.
I
to
thought it was
Raquel
Ronnie
was
Rocco.
good.
Ronnie Rocco, whatever you would like.
I don't even
I
know
thought-
what that dude looks like, but I know he placed around there.
He looks like Mark
Yeah.
Dugdale.
Bigger.
Just
though.
like Mark
I
Dugdale.
saw Ronnie
What the hell
Raquel.
was the name of that
Is he
series?
bigger than Mark Dugdale?
Yeah, definitely.
He's
Some
got diabetes.
I
Baby,
saw,
please,
it's gonna
Yeah, he did
This
because
is-
of the excessive growth usage. But he, I remember he was
Dumbass.
hitting shots before the Australian Pro one year in Doty's gym, and I was just watching him in person. I'm like, whoa. Like, it made me really appreciate Ronnie Raquel. Plus, he had really nice quads, really nice calves. Like, he was missing nothing. Like, yeah, very complete.
complete. Just like
Good bulge.
Dugdale. They're
Yeah.
two.
I love
nothing,
Doug.
nothing
Dale.
wrong with them.
He's you would like him, Dylan.
I got a poster of him in my
Mark
my
Dugdale.
Big Doug?
room there. Or
No,
barn.
Mark Dugdale. Look up Mark Dugdale, a man of God. He's got like 4 girls.
I have a poster of his front and his back. It came in the Arnold Encyclopedia, a great big fold-out
I didn't get
poster
that publish.
of Dugdale. You didn't get that?
I
in your,
didn't have any pull-out
encyclopedia?
posters. No,
Oh, really? Do you got the same one? Because I got the old one, and then
I
the
have
hardcover,
a
the new
gray
one.
one.
It came in the new one.
It's all monochrome.
Yeah, it's the old one. I like
Monochrome,
that one.
excuse me.
I've got the
Soft
50th or 25th anniversary or 25th anniversary of the encyclopedia. I got no thing.
Yeah.
No? My book. Oh, No, it's in my other room. It's a hardcover book. It's called the Encyclopedia. I thought it was the Encyclopedia because there's the Arnold Encyclopedia, and then there's part 2.
No, I didn't know there was part 2.
I've got. Have you guys ever read the Strength Training
I'll
Anatomy?
be right
No,
back.
that's one to help you with training.
By
Strength
who?
Training Anatomy books. I don't know. I've got both of them though, but they're good.
I might have. I don't know. Chris
I don't
has a
even
book.
train.
That's true. Dylan doesn't even train, just his mind for bodybuilding
Yeah.
trivia.
Yeah,
No,
yeah. This
Dylan the
exclusive.
mind.
You should get Milos on the show. He would actually whoop everybody's ass.
You
My
know
most
what?
fierce
He
opponent
would
yet.
do very. I would like to be
disagree.
able to develop questions to stump him. I bet you some of the social media stuff he may not be as good with.
Maybe.
You know, some of the newer guys, like I don't know if you would have known
Who wrote
Brad
that? Is that
Castleberry.
Arnold?
That's not what I'm thinking
Anyway.
of.
Yeah, that's not what I have.
No,
No, I'm talking about the Arnold.
That's the part 2. I have the one that you guys have too, the
Yeah.
softcover
Yeah.
one,
Okay.
the gray, the Arnold bicep.
Is that
I have
Arnold?
one too.
Is that Arnold Encyclopedia of Bodybuilding Part 2? Or is that
Or it's just a knockoff.
No, but look at these knockoff. No, these are good
that's
pictures.
cool.
Look at this.
Mine are in all black and white.
Oh yes.
You
Oh,
should scan
yes.
those, Mark.
I know. This is part 2. This is the next one, and it shows all their workouts. and
Yeah,
everything.
that's a fake book.
Like
I don't
from
think
Jake
that's real.
Cutler?
That's a bootleg.
Oh
It's a
no,
bootleg.
no. Look, you get this guy here. Shows all of his workouts. You could be just like him
Who's that?
if you get
Dexter
this
Jackson?
book.
Is that Dave Henry?
No.
No one does
Will
dog
Harris.
crap training anymore.
Yeah,
Will
because
Harris.
it's all
Will Harris said he was a
Arnold?
vampire.
If you want to get biceps just like Arnold, you could train just like Arnold.
it's a good book.
trained like shit.
No, this is an awesome book. I'm actually gonna take this podcast.
Yeah, we'll see you later.
You guys
Yeah.
later. Oh look, Dylan, your favorite part. Gluteus
Ooh.
maximus.
Oh yeah.
Oh man, that's funny. Did you guys see what Aceto said about Lunsford and Nick being compared? It was on the Mutant in the Mouth podcast earlier today.
Oh, I already just started listening. Fill me in.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was gonna do a comparison.
Good. I think it's going to be a good comparison. Chris was asked what shots Nick would win at his best versus Derek at his best. What do you think?
Oh,
Xavier?
you want my answer right now?
No, I don't want your answer. You can go
Oh,
last.
Okay.
So am I going pose for pose then? Front double. Derek at his best because it was crazy of structure. Front lat spread.
Yep. Yep.
Oh, neither of them have a great front lat spread, to be honest. So weak.
You're not
shots.
giving it to thick as a brick, Nick.
Nah, I have to give that to Derek, I think. Yeah, Derek.
He prefers Nick Talker.
Yeah, I like that one. I like that one.
He does too. Yeah.
Side
Okay.
chest. I would say Nick.
It's close.
Side tricep, I would say Derek.
No, it's not.
That's
Okay. Yeah.
Dylan.
You said side tricep.
You'll
Side
get your
tricep
chance.
you'd give to Derek.
Oh, yeah, I think he's way
Dylan's
prettier.
getting
I am.
lost over there.
Dylan is losing
Back
it.
double, back
Mark-
double, and back
Mark,
flat.
He's
I'd
like,
give-
wrong,
Mark,
wrong.
get your point clicker.
Most muscular, I'd give to Nick.
Oh,
I'd give all the shots to Derek.
That's
So
not
I'd get it'd be
clicking.
6'2", 6'2" to Derek. At the
6'2"?
best.
Okay. Okay.
Well, what are we talking about? Are we talking about Nick at the third at the Olympia? Are we talking about Nick at the
No.
Arnold Classic? That's
Both
whatever his
both
best
at
is.
their best. Just
What
both at
was
their
it?
best.
What was What's Nick's best though? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
you
there's
can't.
different shots
Can't go
because Nick
hypothetical.
at the Arnold Classic, he was smaller, but I'd say he's probably more conditioned than him the following year at the Olympia when he's third. So I think they're different
Previous
packages
year.
that might lead to different
Okay.
results. Because I think the earlier Nick might win the side tricep, but then the third place in the Olympia Nick, which some people think is better, I don't think he would.
Okay, that was going to be my question: is which version would win different shots? I understand what you mean, but there's shots
Yeah.
that Nick is just going to win hands down, as far as I'm concerned. He's going to win the side chest without question. He's going to win the most muscular without question. Derek did say that he improved his front lat a lot. Um, but man, Derek rides that horse hard, man, and I just can't get past it. So I don't think that I can give it to him unless he's really worked out his legs. Dylan, are you drawing a picture over there in order to illustrate your point?
Yeah, kind of actually.
It looks like you're going through a
Okay.
filing cabinet. Oh no, yeah, you're right.
He looks like he's concentrating in order
Yeah,
to
like those
really.
little things
It's
there.
just like the quality on his channel. This is going to be high quality, I'm sure.
Mm.
Um, yeah, back double you got to give to Derek. I think back lat spread. I kind of want to give to Nick, just because I think Nick is better in it. He's got more the freak factor. He doesn't have the X. He doesn't have necessarily the X frame, but his X frame is not bad. And I just think it's more gnarly. I think it's more freaky. I just like Nick's better. You got to give Derek the abs and thigh, and that's pretty much how I would see it. I'd say side tricep. I'd probably give to Nick too, man. Actually, no, you can't give Derek the abs and thigh, can you?
I was going to say, let me think about the abs and thigh, just because. But how
You
do you
can't.
judge it? Because we talk, the vacuum is accepted, and when he did the vacuum, it looked freaky. And Nick doesn't have
No click.
the. I know that I
Well,
know, but
oh,
when you pull up into that vacuum, it's you judge that, and he didn't hit the crunch dab at the 2023 Olympia. So if that's the judging criteria, then I give it to Derek. But
He
if
did
you
a
make
couple
him
of that.
crunch, Nick wins it because Nick's best on his ab and thigh was actually pretty damn good at that New York Pro first one he won. I thought that was pretty good. At the Arnold Classic that he won, I thought that was really good as well, the ab and thigh. So it's, yeah, maybe Nick at his best, but the best from different packages. Like we're picking and choosing Nick's best when he's had more versions, I suppose, that he's put on stage, but have been close.
Imagine that there is his best at all
okay.
poses.
Nick.
Personal opinion then. Personal opinion then. Who would win the abs and thigh in your personal opinion, Xavier?
If you judge the vacuum, which they've said they do, I would give it to Derek
No,
because I think it looked very freaky.
no,
That's how
no.
they judge it.
For you, which one
Yeah,
do you
personal.
like better? Which one do you like better? Not how would Steve Weinberger reward him. Which one do you like better?
Well, I like the look of the vacuum better. If they're judging it like that, if I can judge that as a pose, then yeah, I like the look of that more than Nick's overall physique. The wider
Yeah, okay.
waist plus.
I think you'd
the
have fun judging
not-
classic.
Me?
Yeah.
Well, hey, they said the vacuum is an acceptable pose, which I don't agree with personally. So put it back
I
to
mean,
my
each individual
Yeah.
judge would be
put it
It
back
would be
to
up
my
to them.
judging criteria. Put it back to the judging criteria that I'd want, where you have to crunch at least somewhat and do something, and then that's the main one that's judged. Like, yeah, take the transition and the vacuum into factor. That, you know, a little point up for Derek there, but yeah, the crunched ab on Derek just isn't what Nick's is. So yeah, when he's crunched, Nick wins, easy.
Yeah, for sure. Dylan, have you finished furiously illustrating your point?
Yeah.
Who do you
Well,
got?
let's
there,
see
Dylan?
it.
Let's see what you got.
Okay, I can't. But basically, 2022 Nick, 2020. Yeah,
Can't see
it's
nothing.
you'll have to go with me. 2022 Nick versus Derek versus 2023 Nick versus Derek. 2023 Arnold Classic. So in the front double, I think we have to. It's close either way because you have mass versus aesthetics, and I think the 2023 Arnold absolutely pushes Derek on there. 2023 Arnold, the waist was tight, the abs were in, the quad sweeps were not an issue in my opinion, and he beats Derek thoroughly through the arms. And
And it was still enough size to hang with the
it
most
was.
current version of Dare. I agree.
And
I
he
agree.
makes Derek look like he didn't even peak. Nick is so incredibly dry and grainy when he's on. And then in 2022, me personally, I would put it in Derek's column a little more leniently, just because I think that's a little too much freak factor on Nick. But he has the abs, he has the great arms. It's going to be close either way. Front lat spread, it is close because they both suck, but Derek does kind of win by default, but it is kind of close. Side chest, also another close one because Derek's pecs are still kind of soft, but Nick's pecs are small. They don't take up a whole lot of surface area on his chest like Arnold's did. His are more bunched up. But I would give it to Nick either way. And then in the rear double, very close in 2022, very close with Nick's 2023 version. Derek still wins both. Absolutely. He would win in the lower body, he would win in conditioning. but it would go to Derek. Rear lat spread in 2020. Oh yeah, I thought of 2024 when I did this, but I would give it to Derek. In both years. Side tricep, I have no idea what Xavier was smoking. Mark knows what I'm talking about. Derek Lunsford, when he is twisting to the side, he has an airbag for his stomach. It is so oddly puffy and soft looking. It's
Nick
it's
does win that shot
bizarre.
100%. He does. He wins that shot
Doesn't even
100%.
click.
Nick
Like
destroys Derek in that shot.
Midsection doesn't click.
it's so it looks
It
like
should
it's like
click.
inflamed and it's like it's so weird. But regardless, and this is also why he wins the abs and
Destroys him.
thighs. It's in 2023.
Oh wait, that was his
Right.
quads.
In,
Yes.
in 2023, it's not even close. Arnold Classic Nick absolutely destroys Derek in the abs and thighs. And then the most muscular, Derek just doesn't have the harness, has a lot of size, so it would be close. But overall, I actually have 2022, which I think is the superior version, 4-4. 2023 is 5-3. I give the edge to Nick in both.
You have to. You have to. The conditioning factor at that Arnold Classic, although it was part of who he was standing next to as well, being Samson, who did end up out muscling Nick, and Nick was supposed to be the
Did
mutant and the
he?
biggest guy on stage. Yeah, I mean, he did. Look, Nick, we all did the Superset Man Challenge, and we all had Nick winning shot for shot.
Hello, Super
I didn't do that one
Exactly.
actually.
Oh, well,
That's before I was
maybe you
brought onto
should.
the crew. Yeah.
Really?
Well, maybe you should. Maybe you should. I don't think it'd be
My
too late.
opinion on was it the 2023 Arnold Classic?
Yes, and we all had Nick winning. Every single
Yes.
one of us when we did it, me, Mark, Go Fitness, all of us.
Right.
Sanch, yeah, we had Nick winning. That's it.
It was a clear criteria shift, a clear paradigm shift right there.
Absolutely. Oh,
Arnold wanted him
see,
to win.
it could be the difference between the judging at the Arnold as opposed to the judging at the Olympia, which is understood. I don't want to say it's fine. I don't want to say it's okay, but it is understood. It's not an incorrect statement to say that the Arnold is judged just a little bit differently than the Mr. Olympia. The emphasis is most definitely on aesthetics because Arnold is in favor of aesthetics. And it can be as simple as that. It's literally the Arnold Classic. I think that he should have a little bit of leeway that way. Competitors also understand that it's judged just a little bit differently. But Mark, who would you have in each pose when it comes to Nick versus Derek? Whatever versions you want. But at their best.
Yeah, I do it a little bit
At
different.
their best though.
I do it as if it's best case Ontario for both guys in every
Yes.
pose. Say they come in looking their best case
Yeah.
Ontario.
I like Dylan.
Front double by.
Sorry, I
give
like
Nick.
Dylan's way as well, and I'm looking forward to that video, but we're gonna say at their best.
Sure.
Fucking Dylan. Anyway.
Sure. But I give Nick the front double. I give Derek the front lat.
Okay.
I give Nick both side.
Okay. Good.
Mm-hmm. And I'm not going to waste your time by saying, "Oh, this one's close," but
I'm not going to waste your time by doing it right.
Side chest.
Yeah, not like Dylan.
Side chest is
Not like
close.
Dylan over there.
No, well, I'm last, and the people who go last got to speed things up.
No, not at all.
Right? Because I heard all your guys'
You
opinions. Well, no, but
feel free to give as much detail as you so
I
choose.
just think it's just straight up Dorian Yates versus Ronnie Coleman. One guy's going to win one pose. The rear double goes to Nick. The rear lat goes to Derek.
The rear double goes to Nick.
That's based.
Yeah.
I get it though. I absolutely get it.
Man,
I can't agree.
I can't. I love
I
Nick's
think Derek
back double.
Lunsford
It's
has-
one of my favorites.
It's gnarly.
Me and Xavier on we're talking at their best. Derek,
Now we're talking best
Yeah,
case
that doesn't
Ontario.
make any
100%
sense.
right.
Nick's rear double
It
has
doesn't
gotten
even make any
worse.
sense.
Look at his rear double.
What
at the
does
Arnold
best case scenario mean
2021.
though? Like,
Wow. I said Ontario. Best case Ontario.
yeah, best case scenario, he becomes Phil Heath in his prime.
Dylan, do not.
No. What he has brought to the stage, his best side chest.
Oh, okay. Then you're doing what I did.
Pick that. Take that. Well, no, I'm in my mind.
Oh,
It's
okay.
one solid version.
Well, Dylan, I don't appreciate being downplayed as having Canadian references in this show, but at their best, Derek has the best back double bicep
Of
in
all
the
time.
world right now. No, I don't want to
Have
say
you
of
seen
all
mine?
time, but man, I haven't. Let's see it.
I'd have to train first. Just wait till I start training.
All right, so
No, we're
I'll
gonna
set that in my
we're gonna give
calendar.
Nick the rear double, and we're gonna give Derek the rear
2042.
lat.
Okay,
Yeah.
perfect. Sorry.
And the abs and thigh, I'm gonna give to Nick.
Yeah. Yep.
And the most muscular, I'm also gonna give to Nick.
So my next question is, who's going to beat who at the Olympia?
Derek.
think. Look, I love Nick. Like, I message Nick and I hope the best for him and stuff. But I just think that like we're factoring in like a 2D image, and I think with Derek, he has a certain level of like that back double bicep. Like, you can't see it when I show you, but it's
Wait, is Derek doing Pittsburgh?
but I
He
don't know.
said
Oh, he
I
might.
watched his latest video. He did kind of hint at it.
Yeah,
It's a floater.
yeah.
So him
He
and
said
Nick
he
will
said
be
to
on.
be the
Well, then we can
first.
change. Well, we can change the question then because they're going to be standing next to each other in Pittsburgh.
None
Well,
of them are going to
maybe
beat Martin.
Derek is not a lock, but Derek did say he talked about, being the first Pittsburgh Pro champion, and if he is to do it, it'd sort of be like this year because it could turn into like
Well,
being like an Arnold Classic type thing.
let's say that he does. Let's say that Derek is going to do the Pittsburgh Pro, and he will stand next to Nick Walker. Who's going to win?
I'd
Martin
say
Fitzwater.
Derek, then Martin, then Nick. No, or Good Veto,
For
then
Nick.
Who knows? What about Good Veto?
No, no,
Good
Veto.
Veto was. I mean, from the back, Nick's going to wipe him, but
Right. From the side too. He has no depth to the chest.
but look,
His rear lat's good. Rear
yeah,
lat's
yeah,
decent.
true, exactly. And then, but
It is good.
His rear doubles.
But with another year of development,
His
he
rear
took the
double.
whole year off.
He needs more.
Yeah, but he's got to fill them lats.
The
out in
chest
that
is
rear
also
double.
something people don't talk about. It's almost as shallow as the rear double.
Good Vito is a new father, and that's either the biggest motivation a bodybuilder has, or frankly speaking, it can be a downplay on your ability to concentrate on.
Yeah.
It's one or the other. It's one or the other, and I don't know which way it's going to go. I
Eat
have
your
no
kids.
idea.
Lion,
I saw
Antoine
that
Young looks
today.
like he's eating his
No.
child.
I saw
A
a
lion
lion
eating
eat
the
its kid
kids?
today because it had injuries.
they do it. Oh, because they do it for another reason too. The male lions will go and kill the female lion's babies, so she want to mate again.
Mm.
The things you learn.
Risking it for the
That's-
biscuit.
yeah.
I admire
Mother
it.
Nature. Mother.
I think
We didn't even have
that's an idea I'm going to take.
We didn't even have to have Lee Priest on to learn something as informative as this. That's
Mm.
pretty good. Usually, Lee's got all these little. If you look at his stories on Instagram, he's always got something on there on either uh, conspiracy theories or, I mean, it could be a lot of things. Conspiracy theory is definitely a big one. He'll have things on there about, like I saw one he had on shipping cars and different technology and stuff. It's usually pretty diverse.
Did you see Fuad's latest podcast where they went pretty deep on conspiracy theories for a little bit there?
Yeah, how did
Dylan, I thought you might appreciate.
Did they get into the moon men? They didn't talk about the moon
They
men.
talked about
did
the
they?
moon landing.
Oh, that's not
Yeah,
deep.
they did. Yeah,
Oh,
they
but
did.
They didn't get into the moon men.
I don't
Did
think
they
so. I
get
didn't
into
watch it all.
What's the deepest they got?
They went 9/11. They went Antarctica and
Oh,
the
God.
ice wall. They went.
Interesting.
Where did they go?
Antarctica had missile silos.
Yo,
in
that's
it.
where the Garden
Oh,
of
the
Eden-
pyramids. The pyramids.
That's
The pyramids. They went into.
Yeah.
Seth Feroci brought up dragons.
Oh, the dragons were
Okay.
100% real.
Interesting.
Because I spoke about with the Chinese how like yeah. Anyway, it's a whole thing.
They got pyramids. They got pyramids.
Dragons are
pyramids in
realer
lots
than
of places.
dinosaurs.
I know it is this. I know it is.
Maybe they were just a dinosaur.
I know it is still the slow season in bodybuilding, but you know,
I
Not
believe in
dinosaurs.
too much. I don't want to say.
Yeah, I don't really get into those conspiracies.
Man, there's been
Yeah.
so
No, you
there's
don't,
been
eh?
so little really popping up in my feed that some of these Wes Watson videos started popping up in my feed actually. That Johnny Bravo's been putting them out like, man, like there's no tomorrow. Have you guys seen
Making
any of them,
bank.
Xavier?
Yeah, I've seen some
Man, he's
lately. Yeah.
making the views are insane on this whole.
I
I'd be
saw
running
I
with
saw
it too.
3 hours ago, and he had 50 something thousand, and he put it out for 3 hours ago.
That's retarded.
Well, while we were,
Man, like how
Johnny's got a good
he
channel.
does. He does. He
John
jumps.
Bravo.
I watch his stuff. I didn't watch this stuff, but I do watch. I like when he calls people an a-hole.
Yeah. Or a
I
piece
wish
of
he
called
would
shit.
me
call
one.
me an a-hole. Just one.
Because
Yeah.
you
Yes.
I bet
You
you
sold
enjoyed
yourself
that,
a
didn't you?
No. He and we were DMing,
Dylan, what?
and he audio messaged me. He's like, "Hey, you fucking asshole!" And then he said something, and I'm like, "You're the only person that can call me an effing asshole," and I actually smile and enjoy it because like he meant it in an endearing way. Not he wasn't actually calling me that, but yeah, I very much enjoy.
Dylan, did you just accessorize?
This is my Raising Cane's bracelet.
Racing Canes, what's that
What
mean?
the
I
hell is
bought it
that?
off my little sister for $1.
In support of what?
I have one of these.
Your sister?
Raising Cane's?
Yeah.
What's that?
You know what that is? It's a fast food restaurant here that
Bacon.
only serves chicken fingers.
Wait, what?
Yeah,
I got
they only
another
serve
one,
chicken
too.
fingers. It's really
How's
mid,
that?
but it's like crack to me.
These are rocks.
Only
Rocks are like crack.
Well, they serve
this restaurant only serves chicken fingers.
they have four things, if I'm not mistaken, outside of beverages: chicken fingers, Texas toast, coleslaw, fries, and then the signature sauce. So yeah, about five things, and the different meals consist of.
So that's not just chicken fingers.
You know what? You know,
You're
your
disqualified from yesterday's
semantics
competition.
game is dumb and useless.
You just learned that big word, did you?
No.
Semantics?
S
Spell it.
E
Spell it.
M A.
Wrong. IT. I said spell it.
Dang it!
You got to listen to the question
The word
closely,
wizardry.
Dylan. I said that yesterday. You got to listen to
know.
the question closely.
That's where I got the Colt loss of one.
If you had spelled it, I would have said that one wrong too.
Exactly. No, I did watch a couple of these Johnny Bravo videos though. It's man, it's a tough one. Wes Watson, I actually used to watch back 5 years ago, a little over 5 years ago, before he really blew up, right? When he was just putting out videos at the start of his channel about being in jail, just to hear about the California correctional system and just the things he had to go through. I mean, the guy really did go to jail for 10 years, you know? And it seems that for what?
Yeah.
Man, I don't remember what he went away for, but did 10 years anyway. It still seems like he has a little bit of that mentality though. Like when he was at the gym, I think it was his gym, he was training or whatever, and that guy supposedly came up to him and he claimed it was self-defense, even though him and four of his buddies pretty much beat the shit out of this guy. That's something that was probably instilled in him from being incarcerated for so long because you were always with a group, right? So he still
Guess
has
what it
that
was?
group around him. Theft.
Drugs.
White collar crime, but conspiracy to commit bank fraud. Yeah.
And he seems to have a lot of money now. Anyway.
I don't hear you, Kinson.
Yeah, Kenson's gone quiet.
How about now?
Yes.
Now we can, yeah.
There you
It's
go.
because I hit my mic. Fucking thing. I'm like Wes Watson.
Yeah, it must be.
Hitting shit.
I like
Yeah.
I'm like Wes
He
Watson. I
has-
beat my wife.
He has some cars that are worth like $700,000 where they start at 700 grand, right? Like this guy is making money. Even though
Are they his or are they rented?
it seems like I
Stolen.
don't know. He's had them for an extensive period of time, it seems, regardless.
Are the same
I
ones?
don't know. I don't follow him that closely. I'm not in on a lot of this. But
Keep
his old
asking Kinson
videos
so many questions.
But I did watch his old videos where he would describe some of his time, right? And it was interesting, especially for me, because it was only, well, I mean, it was 11 years ago now, 12 years ago now that I was a correctional officer. So to hear about some of the shit that he went through in that correctional system, and I believe the guy what he says, was pretty nuts. You know, but you see, but here's the thing, okay? Even though he obviously, I know, Dylan, you don't believe anybody that says anything, so it doesn't matter.
He
But
committed fraud. Guy's a known liar.
you make a decent point, I guess. And he's obviously a
And
good
he
salesman
went
as
to
well.
jail. Anyone that goes to jail
I
is
know,
just
I know
so
some. I
dumb.
know someone who committed fraud.
Well, he
Surely
won't go
not.
to jail again, though. Yeah. She's gonna go to jail, but he
Yeah.
allegedly he won't spend a single other day in jail, no matter what. Not for assault, not for fraud again, not for anything. Because the difference between now and when he first went to jail is that he does have money. He won't spend a day in jail. He won't. When you have
Probably
money,
not for this.
you
No,
typically
maybe.
no. Typically when you have enough money, you don't spend much time in jail. That's
Jail is
usually
for
how
Money
it
broke
talks,
works.
bullshit walks.
It's the United States. That's how it works.
Yes. Jail is for poor people.
Same here.
That's anywhere. Yeah, it's everywhere. Don't. It's not just the U.S. I'm just trying to poke at Dylan because he's still pretty high on life over there after winning yesterday.
Jail's for poor
Got to bring him
people,
down.
and
High on
cops
life.
only protect the rich.
He was praying to God that he doesn't live
Yeah.
tomorrow.
He
till
doesn't think he
tomorrow.
will.
No, unfortunately, I know I'll open my eyes tomorrow.
Dylan and I had a
It's like
Dylan and I had a
Groundhog
deep
Day.
chat after the podcast yesterday. We spoke about a
Oh.
lot, a lot of stuff.
You have, yeah,
Also,
you
you
have to
didn't
do as
drown?
I say, not as I do, because I have fallen. I have fallen so far. Yes.
fall from grace. You've had a fall from grace.
I
Where
don't
was
know
your
if
grace?
it was probably
That's a
over.
good question.
Where was your prime? Where was your prime? Did you hit?
Yeah.
Did you peak too
No,
early?
no, because it was over before it ever began. There was no such thing as me having a prime.
Well, maybe you haven't had your
Yeah.
prime
Okay.
yet.
Maybe.
Okay, cool. Take that blue pill, bro.
Well, Mark's not the one that needs to take anything here.
Take that blue pill. And that's not a
My
no,
pill bottle is empty. I took
like
both.
the
A
Matrix.
Viagra?
I
A
took
Viagra?
both.
Is that what you mean?
Take that blue pill, bro.
Viagra.
Mark is getting up there. I think he's still good. He trains. He's probably still got a healthy test level.
She wouldn't let me take Viagra.
Oh.
Let's just put it that way.
Oh, dirty old
Blueberries
codger.
every single day. About a cup of
You
blueberries
were
every
pitching a
day.
10 all night if you have that.
If
That's
I
not
could, I'd
blueberries. I'm gonna
chemically
eat some after
castrate
this.
myself.
Castries.
Dylan.
It'd make life easier,
My
seriously.
lord.
What? Okay.
Well, the fact
no,
of the
wouldn't
matter
you?
is, you could if you really wanted to. So
And I think I might.
why are you sitting here wishing?
You're right. It's more like an open deliberation.
Hey, Dylan, you can pretty much do it with your current green screen situation because your arm disappears half the time. So you could just stand
gonna
up
put
and
my
do it by
balls on
yourself
the
and see what it
screen.
looks like. Just go side on. Just disappear.
Step Brothers, when he put the testicles on the guy's drum.
What?
Remember
I
that
refuse
movie?
to watch it. Yes, my
Step
generation
Brothers?
loves that movie. Like, have you ever seen Step Brothers? You should get high and watch Step Brothers.
You don't have to be high
It
to watch
reeks
it.
of weed. I don't know why. It's not something I'd ever watch.
You like Steve Harvey, don't you? You like Steve
I like
Harvey,
him on
don't
Family
you?
Feud.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. He's a weed hater, too.
I am a weed hater.
You're a
Why are
wet
you a weed
monster
hater, Dylan?
lover.
Guys, I am so brave for realizing how much I hate my life and braving the
As
day
he
without.
self-proclaims, I am so brave.
Now,
Please
as
continue.
I hate my life, but I'm not a coward
That
to
fucking
run
guy.
away with it with drugs that alter my reality, or my perception of reality.
I need to send you.
My wife
What's
just
that?
got me this. She got me
Is
a
that a
present
weed holder?
yesterday. It holds a lighter and
Oh,
Some goodies.
three little
Yep.
or five little whatever
Weed
you want to
culture
put
is
in
so
there. Really,
dumb.
little after eight mints. Remember the
yeah.
after eight
You put
mints?
That's
nerds in one
true.
of them. You know, nerds. Those lollies.
Yes.
You put nerds in there,
Yes.
And if you want to light them on fire, you can light them on fire.
Have you guys
If
ever
you
had a
choose.
good conversation? That's what gets me high.
Dylan, that was the gayest thing you've ever said.
Better than tobacco, I can tell you that. It's better than putting tobacco in there, I can tell you that.
Debatable.
Tobaccos.
Everybody in my family, both my parents and every one of my siblings.
Have you ever
all
smoked
smoke
tobacco, Mark, for a period of time?
Except me. I tried it, but it didn't take. I was
Now
never
you're
addicted
addicted to weed.
More people use tobacco down here because we had vapes in Australia that were like everywhere, and then they banned them in the state we're in, and then people were like, "Oh, tobacco." Then I'm like, "That's healthy. That's healthy."
Yeah. I was just laughing because when Dylan said, "Now you're addicted to weed," and I tried to hold back.
You said it to me.
No, he said it to me, and I was like, that's not going to make me laugh. But then I just thought about it. Now you're addicted to weed.
One's own plight is
Better
often
than alcohol,
hilarious.
too. I was a raging alcoholic. I was a raging alcoholic.
That's based.
For many moons.
That's pretty cool.
How long for?
No, it's
No,
not.
it wasn't.
I think at some point.
Well, Colin, Mark,
No, I think
it's
at some
time to go to
point I will
work.
just become an alcoholic.
What?
It's the
No,
worst way you can
you're
go,
too- no.
man. Mike Menzer. You guys hear the Mike Menzer story?
Oh,
You guys
he's
heard
so
the Mike
cool. He
Menzer
knew how to
story?
train.
Or parts of it?
Tom Platz, he was going to the gym one day, and this was after the Arnold thing, and he said, I always looked up to Mike. He was like a superhero to me, and he said he looked down, and he was a drunk guy just laying there on the sidewalk getting drunk. And then he seen him a few days later. He come into Gold's or whatever it was, and he was taking his posters off the wall and all liquored up. And it's like he was so sad.
I get it.
I never heard that story
I get it
before. I seen it
completely.
the other day. I was like, geez,
He was right.
I never heard that
No.
before. He was like, I couldn't believe it. He's like, I just looked down. And he was a bum.
There's
It was
quite a
Mike
few
Menzer.
past bodybuilders that have like you just don't hear of them, and then you find out they're either addicted to drugs or whatever. Because I think as well in bodybuilding previously, actually probably still now, to be honest, everyone thinks pro bodybuilders just take gear. It's like no, some of them, especially weed. Weed is very, very popular with pro bodybuilders. I mean, it seems like less so now. Like a few people have stopped, but like Martin Fitzwater's pretty open about it. He's like,
I
I
hate
smoke
him.
heaps, dude.
Yeah,
Some of them are. He's your daddy.
Some of them are. Yeah, Dylan, your father.
John
smokes it.
Romano.
Your father smokes it. Who's
John
your
Romano
daddy?
said it during, I think it may have been an episode of Iron Rage from back a number of years ago now. He said, if you do drugs, then you do drugs. That's and at its base form, that's quite correct. And like you said, Xavier, not uncommon in the pro league.
And I think the thing is as well, once someone injects some themselves with something, it makes everything else seem a bit more. Dylan's like, no.
This is where addiction starts. Realize that they can be compartmentalized as two different things.
Yeah, of course they can. Of course,
Go have another
Exactly.
caffeine
You are
drink.
flying on caffeine right now.
Exactly.
Look how
I can
amped up
do
he
that.
is.
I can do that, and I would never shoot myself up with heroin.
I would have a coffee right now.
I know
I
that.
gotta be careful with my coffee because I will drink too much.
But you're saying
I
it's a
will drink too
slippery
much coffee.
slope. People need to
Yeah, but
realize there are guardrails.
Of course. But what I'm saying is when you someone injects themselves with something, and also maybe the guy that sells gear has other stuff, it's like, oh yeah. Or you
That's
hear
so dumb.
some pro bodybuilder does this, and you're like, oh, he gets away with it. But what I'm saying is, I'm not saying that's my mentality, but I'm saying that's the
Solo IQ.
mentality of some people.
Yeah,
like even
I overate once. I had a sweet treat. I guess now I should just keep eating until I get to 600 pounds.
that is not a good analogy at all. You
It
were
is a
so
good
smart
analogy.
the other morning. No, you were so smart that with the messages you sent me the other morning in our conversation yesterday. I feel disappointed now.
No, you just don't understand my genius.
All right.
Dylan's not able to have what gets him high being a good conversation with such inferior intellects such as ourselves.
Yeah, honestly, no,
Yeah,
Xavier is actually quite a good intellect, and I'm trying to bring him up to my level of understanding on many things. But
Well, what the fuck are the rest of us, Dylan?
you guys aren't tuned
Mental
into
midgets.
my brain wavelength.
Yeah, Dylan and I went hard yesterday.
Yeah.
That
We all know
That
as soon as the
I agree
podcast's
with-
over, Dylan's
No.
lighting up.
I
He's
agree
like,
with
"Well,
that 100%, Dylan. Definitely not on the same way. I agree with you 100%. That's okay though.
there's different types of intelligence.
I'm all of them.
What the fuck? What the fuck is that supposed to mean?
Can you play instruments? Can you draw a picture and make it look like somebody actually
I can
looks
play an
like?
instrument.
Because I used to think kids that couldn't draw. I used to think that kids that couldn't draw were stupid because they think I was stupid for failing all
They were right.
the book learning courses. Yeah, but if an alien were to land, wow, 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 gobble, 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 explain something to me, they would need me because I can draw, and they would laugh at you because you look like a little stick
No.
man. All your brain power would be useless to an
Mark
alien.
would just show them his picture of
You're right.
Bajo that he drew.
You're right. They came
Did
all
you
this
show
way,
me?
galaxies
They say,
away
"Yes,
for a
I
picture.
understand." It's all just like this. Pew! They don't have to wait. They can freeze themselves
Well,
anyway. They're
that's
here
still
in 2 seconds.
waiting.
Dylan.
It takes thousands of years to travel across galaxies.
Well, it's one of their pastimes is waiting. They like
And
to
they came
wait.
here
It's one of
not to
their
be
pastimes.
explained about the intricacies of the human
No, they
mind or
came to collect the
consciousness. And
gold.
instead, they said, bring us your finest picture drawer.
Yes, and they wanted
No,
sculptors
they
and
didn't.
singers too. And that's where they got Elvis.
Overrated.
Blue. Elvis is
Yep.
overrated. Excuse me? You say that on his
Oh,
birthday?
is it?
birthday.
I didn't know it was his birthday, but
I wouldn't care if he was on this podcast.
John Bravo would have posted it.
You
90
most,
years
you
old
most
today.
certainly would care if he was
90.
on this podcast. You most certainly would.
I would say I would sugarcoat it. I would say something like, you know, I've never understood your music, Mr. Presley, and I think maybe a lot of it is intellectually funded by the zeitgeist of what is pop culture. It's pushed because it's popular, right? And I'd leave it at
You know what
that.
he's going to say?
Yeah.
I know what he's going to say. Fuck you, I'm Elvis. Okay.
Give me a bucket of chicken here. Yeah, give me a bucket of chicken and maybe
Yeah.
some sandwiches.
Look,
with peanut butter and jelly.
Elvis
Would
was an
Elvis have gone
entertainer.
to a Diddy
Okay.
party? Would
We
Elvis
can
have gone
ask
to a
Lee
Diddy
next time.
party, you know?
We can ask Lee next time
Elvis
he's
was
on.
Christian.
Ah,
Elvis was
okay.
Christian.
Okay.
Okay.
He wouldn't have.
Okay.
Elvis knew karate.
Did he?
I had no idea.
He met he knew Elvira
Ah.
before she was Elvira.
Don't know.
Yes.
I don't know who that is.
No, she was like 17 or something like that.
Claim
and he kissed her.
stands.
Yeah, but Dylan, you're 21.
But his men at the time told him to get away from her. Gotta get away from her, that girl, and she became Elvira years
that was her
later.
origin story.
There's a story of her
Oh
telling.
my
talking
Lord
about it.
Almighty!
There was this nice looking lady at Texas Roadhouse. Maybe she's watching this right now. And she was like really forward with the eye contact. And I just thought about taking my glass and just slamming it against her head and watching her fall on the ground. I was like,
Jeez.
get away from me, you freak. She was good looking though.
Dylan,
What's
listen.
wrong with you?
Let's give Dylan some advice here, shall we? Dylan, next time that happens, okay, just tell her, hey, I actually won this competition the other day, and you can check it out on YouTube.
Yeah. Yeah.
She'll
And
be
she'd get my
impressed.
car immediately. She'd be right here under the desk.
Tell her you did a podcast with Lee.
Yeah, I
Priest.
told my dad that. And my dad was like, wow, really?
I walk around every day saying it. I walked into the gym the other day. I did a podcast with Lee Priest. Hey, Lee Priest's
Yeah.
friend here.
Yeah. But I'm still hated by society.
Well, maybe,
Well, of course,
maybe
so was Lee Priest.
that's
you can
true.
see.
He is the
Rebel
rebel
without
with a
a cause.
cause.
They love to hate, though.
No,
They just hate.
with a cause.
With a cause. Sorry,
With a
my bad.
cause.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The saying.
I got it. Yeah, I got it. No, don't worry about it. I called Victor Martinez Victor Richards yesterday, so
That's
Don't worry
true,
about
yeah.
Yeah, you did.
Do you know
You ever
what's
see
funny?
Victor
After that, I saw a
Martinez-
picture of Richards. Straight
Yeah.
after.
Victor Richards is kind of a uncrowned genetics of a Mr. Olympia.
Apparently, he shot a great Ed
could have
Connor
been.
said he shot a bullet in Gold's gym.
Yeah, I heard that story too, and he
Yeah,
said it
but
wasn't real.
Victor Richards
'Cause
is
he-
full
That's
of it,
what he
man.
said.
Like
He said it
I don't know. Yeah,
he's gone. I heard him.
Remember
talk, too.
his,
He's
Yeah.
gone.
remember when he died? When he died, and then he just didn't dispel the rumors, and then he posted a photo. It's like he's like, oh, I had no idea. You knew, dude. Like it was
That's so
everywhere.
funny.
So many people posted a video about that. They're still all up. Everybody's videos.
I posted.
I
said reportedly he has passed away, and this is what these people are saying. But yeah. Still got scolded.
Everybody else had Dave Columbo's.
Dylan, you had something to say about Victor Martinez. I'm interested.
He was doing this full day of eating video, and he's actually like a really picky eater. If I went out to eat with him, I'd get up and walk away and make him pay the bill. He's like, oh, this is a weird texture. I can't eat that. And I was like, bro, you're a grown man. Get over it.
Have I told you my Palumbo story of when I ate with him?
No.
When he came to Australia?
Yeah, have I told you that?
I don't think so.
I don't know. Tell me again.
Something about sushi?
Yeah.
It was in a Chinese restaurant, I think. So we was at the Crown Casino. So all the restaurants along there are real nice. And it was me and my girlfriend at the time and Dave. And I don't know where Aaron Singerman and stuff was. I don't know what happened. But anyways, just us three. And it was sort of late at night. We went there and we went into this low lit Chinese place, like romantic sort of dinner place, which was random. But we ate in there, and then Dave's like, let's just order a bunch of stuff, and we'll just share it all. I was like, cool. We ordered like 5 different dishes, and then Dave's eating one of them, and he goes, "Is this fish?" And I don't think we even ordered any fish. So I'm like, I don't think it's fish. I'm like, and then I'm like, oh, I think it's chicken. Like this is the chicken or whatever. He's like, what's all this? And it was like the fat. And you know how in some Asian restaurants they have like the layer of fat over the meat, but it was cooked. It was like I got it. You could eat it, and it wouldn't be like chewy or anything or too chewy. And he's like, is this fat? And he's like, what the fuck is this? He was so pissed off. And he's like, he just goes, we're fucking bodybuilders. We don't eat this shit. And then he like calls the person over. And then he goes, this is covered in fat. It's disgusting. Take it back. He just gave it to him. I think he still paid for it in the end. But yeah, he was like disgusted. And then as soon as she walks off, he's like, we're bodybuilders. We don't eat that shit. He's like, it's disgusting. It was like such a nice Asian restaurant. And then like
I'd get up and walk away.
And when they came to do the bill, he wasn't like overly rude or anything, but it's just funny the way he said it. And they said, oh, how was everything? Like the woman who served us initially. And he's like, oh, it was excellent, because all the food was like amazing. He's like, it was excellent. It was so good. He's like, apart from that chicken, it was disgusting. It was covered in fat. Like, you could have just left that off, Dave. You could have just left that out. But he tipped him and everything, and he paid for the whole dinner and everything. So everyone who says Dave's tight, that was not a cheap dinner. It was like a few $100, I think.
He's a
I'm also a
splurger.
splurger.
Apparently not. Apparently not. Dylan, you had your chance.
A splurger.
Texas Smokeback Steakhouse or whatever the fuck it was.
Texas
You
Roadhouse.
had your shot. You blew it. Yeah, you blew it.
I would have left my
IHOP.
number if I had a pin, but I wasn't carrying a pin.
You got to be prepared for these situations.
Have you ever left a number?
Okay, I used to work at a restaurant. The only time I've ever gotten a number left for me when I was a waiter was so there was this family, and I think if I remember correctly, there was a girl there, but it was like she was younger. So, and when I mean younger, I mean like I was under 18 at the time, but it was still weird to me. But what was weird is they left a tip on the receipt, so on the credit card, and also cash as well. And I was like, who does that? The tip on the credit card was already fine. It sufficed. And then I turned the receipt over and it said, add me on Snapchat, cutie. And I texted my girlfriend at the time, and it was the dude there. Yeah. Yeah. And and like a Snapchat is a number nowadays. That's just how kids talk. Anyways, after I hit him up, we hit it off really well.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm happy for you.
Worse than that story that Xavier Wills told that day. Almost as bad as that story that Xavier.
I know I told some bad stories, man.
Yep, almost.
The buddy with the desk.
Yeah.
I can't even remember.
Yeah, almost as bad.
Almost. Now Dylan is also now Dylan is also a 2-time champion because he can hold that title as well. There you go, Dylan. Congratulations.
What, gayest member?
Kenson and Kenson and Mark. Have you ever left a number back in your single days? Yeah,
to a woman.
No, I don't think so. No,
I've been with the same woman. I've been with the
Oh,
same
isn't
woman
that
for
just
14
sweet?
years.
Yeah, but
No, but I don't remember 14 years
okay.
ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, true.
There was no computers or
Yeah,
there was, but it wasn't like, hey, add me on
Yeah,
Snapchat.
it wasn't like
was
that.
give
Not
me
not
your
everybody
phone
had a
number.
phone. It wasn't like
No,
that.
but
But yeah,
I've
I mean,
like I've never just randomly given someone my phone number, but I've actually written down my number twice and given it to two girls over my existence. I'm one for two. One's contacting me back. The other one, no.
Xavier,
I've never had a cell phone. So
you have the huzz.
I don't know what that
You
is.
have the huzz. You have the huzz. The huzz
It's not an
are
STD,
around
is
you.
it?
You were telling me the story, and I think I'm okay to tell this, but you were just on a flight and you had some attention from this nice lady about your eyes.
oh yeah, that man gave you those
No, not that
sandwiches.
Didn't I
flight.
do?
Not
Two
that flight.
sandwiches.
I had some
Wrapped.
attention. Yes.
Wasn't a
Yeah,
sandwich. It
and
was a wrap.
I don't think I'm dispelling anything secret, but it's just like you got complimented on your eyes. That doesn't happen in the real world for most people. I've never had a random
Australia is
compliment
not the real world.
once.
Do you know what the most it's very easy though when someone has blue eyes. Like it doesn't really look like it on this
True.
podcast because I have a dark
True.
thing and stuff. But it's an easy compliment for a girl because it's not like, hey, you're hot. You have a
Nice
nice
bulge.
face. Like a girl's not going to say that. Yeah, nice package. I can see it through your shorts. Like it's not going to happen.
Bulge in your wallet. What
Yeah,
about
that's
a
true.
bulge,
I can see
a bulging
it.
That's
I
wallet?
can
true.
see you sitting on a slant there.
I
You
could
wanna
smell
get
it from
coffee.
here.
Ah, look at the way he leans. That
No, it
he's
means
fit,
I hit up that guy on
and I don't
Snapchat
have to
earlier
do anything.
before I got on this flight.
The other compliment is because it's easy as well. Like if I'm ordering a coffee or something, oh, I love your name, just because it's different. You know what I mean? If my name was Tom, I'm not going to get as oh, I love your name. It's like what me and the other
Xavier.
500,000 people in Australia that have the name Tom. You know?
Yeah.
So
Xavier is a good Kenton.
yeah,
Kenton
Kenton's a
is
good
a
one
good
too.
name. Too, I
Okay,
will say.
Xavier.
But
They
Mark-
wouldn't
I
be
was never a
saying
big
that
fan.
to,
Dylan.
they
I
wouldn't
was
say that
never
to
a
you if
big
you weren't
fan of
attractive.
mine. I don't know.
No, I hate my name. So generic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't like mine either because of the mistakes with my name. And then also just, I think when you're a kid, you just want to sort of fit in. So like, oh, Xavier, that's a unique name. So I don't make a point of it. Like I was a kid that was quiet at school, like,
Don't make a point of it.
Oh, I
Yeah.
love that name in front of a bunch of
I
people.
got
I'm
one syllable.
Thanks. Like, fuck, my parents called me it.
Mine's one syllable. I think it's more polite when your
It
name
is.
has one syllable because people don't have to work to say it. It's like Mark,
Like a bark.
It was a
You're
sound.
right.
Xavier or Dill,
And yeah.
Ken.
It's exhausting.
Yeah, you're right.
And, I don't.
I like your last name, Kenson. Jardine. It's kind of like that one food,
Yeah.
Jardiniere.
They go together good. It sounds like a UFC fighter,
Well,
Keith
yeah,
Jardine.
it
Yeah,
was-
it's a good
Kenson
name.
Jardine.
it was a
together,
UFC
yeah.
fighter. Yeah.
The Dean of Mean. The Dean of Mean. Kenson
Mark, have you
Jardine.
revealed your last name or is that a secret?
I have it. Dang it.
Hodgson?
What is it?
Hodgson.
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 Mark Hodgson.
Hodgson.
Oh, I like
Son
it.
of a Hodge. And nobody pronounces it. They call me Hodgin. Hey, Hodgin.
Sorry.
I say it's not Hodgin. It's Hodgson.
Dylan, what's yours?
Hodgson.
Yeah, I knew that.
Hudson.
Hudson. Oh, of course it is. Yeah, I know
Hudson.
that. That's where I got confused there.
That's
Oh,
where you
yeah.
got what?
Similar to mine.
That's why I got confused with Mark saying because I thought
Right.
that one of yours was Hudson. I was like,
Similar to mine.
They're gonna find me
Ralph
now on the
Kenson has the
heinous
best name,
things
probably.
I've done, but
What, Mark?
it had to happen eventually.
Dylan Hudson.
Him waiting for everybody to.
You have more
Find him
you
on
have more time than
Facebook.
any of us to commit heinous acts, Dylan. Okay, more time than any of us.
Oh, the puppies.
Yes.
Oh, the
Look at
puppies.
me. I'm Mark, and I like dogs. I act like a child when I see a dog.
Hey, man. Hey, Dylan. I rescued a dog.
See me with
I
my
rescued
cat.
a dog
Oh,
last
the
summer, bud.
Indians.
Good.
I
Okay.
rescued a dog last summer. Yeah,
Underwater?
I like animals more than people.
Yeah, was it underwater?
it was.
No, it was at the breakwater. Remember we talked about
Yeah.
that? The little beagle?
Yeah.
I'm
yeah,
not really.
it did.
I was hoping you'd tell Lee that story, and you got to tell Lee that story.
Oh, yeah,
And I
Lee
was
would.
pleased.
Yeah, he would appreciate that story. You're right. I'll tell him that. He might.
He
might.
did. He did. He like. No, you
Oh,
did.
yeah,
You
yeah,
did
yeah.
tell
You're
him.
right. I did.
Remember, I brought it
Yes,
up.
that's right. That's
brought
right.
it
Yeah,
up.
yeah.
Because I did that on purpose. I'm like,
I don't
he's
get
gonna
why
tell
people
him.
like
I'm
dogs
very
so
shocked,
much.
too. What do you mean?
I like dogs. I
Animals?
don't
What
like
do you
cats
mean?
that much.
She's a good girl.
Oh, cats are the best.
We rescued
Honestly,
this one
I like
too. They
both.
found her on the streets.
I'd throw a cat in a microwave.
This one is a
you
literal,
wouldn't
like,
turn it
this
on.
one's a stray. Okay? This one was a stray. We rescued her. Yeah, nobody loved her,
good for you.
but now we
Good
do.
for you.
How old is she?
We don't know because we rescued her, but we think she's around 10. I think. What's up, dude? No, yeah, it is actually. Can I have that?
You'd never know her real
I
age.
get nervous about getting a
Thanks,
rescue
dude.
dog. Like I actually want to do that, but like when I get a dog, but I get nervous
No,
about it
okay.
in case it has like some weird tendencies and stuff.
Why do you
I
want a
got you.
dog?
Well,
No, because I think
For the best.
companionship.
No, it's
Kids
not.
love them.
Dogs don't even have souls. It
how
says
do
so
you
in the
know?
Bible.
Prove it.
Tell you right now, this one does. 100%.
Who wrote that?
It's the
Who wrote that
divine
book?
inspired word of God.
My
William
my
You don't
dog
even
used
know
to
wrote it.
smile. I feel like your dog's smiling there too, Kenson. Like my dog used to like you'd get this like he's a golden retriever and he'd be like if he's really loving something, you
Good
just
girl.
see this big guy
Look
put
at
back
that
and be like,
dog right there.
She's good.
He's a good
Yeah,
puppy.
she is. She's
what
good.
kind of dog?
She's really good. Well, we don't know because we rescued.
It's
We
like
don't
a
know because we
beagle.
rescued her. But
Yeah,
we
no, but I
think.
thought you might know the breed.
It's like a part
If
beagle.
it's purebred.
No, we think that she's a German shepherd, like a little bit of German shepherd and a little bit of Shar-Pei because she's got that curly type tail. So
Wrinkle skin. I used to have
You're
a almost
hairy.
purebred Shar-Pei. You can
Yeah.
pick her right up
she sheds like there's no.
by the
It
skin.
sheds like there's no tomorrow. It's fucking disgusting. I had to get a robot vacuum. I had to upgrade my robot vacuum because the dogs are just ridiculous. It's a lot. Yes, I know you want to go out. She wants to go out. I got to wrap this up soon. Dylan, you're the champ here. Final words to you.
For what?
Fucking life, okay? Just make it good.
I wish it were my final words, brother. So this was a podcast.
What's that girl?
It certainly was a podcast. A little all over the place. Talked a little about Wes Watson. I think that story is so low IQ. Low IQ. Everyone involved is dumb. He went to jail. He's dumb. He did things in jail. Probably he went to white collar jail. I assume. Maybe I don't know.
Death Warrant was a good movie. Van
I
Damme.
don't know that one.
I agree. Ooh,
Oh, that's a good
you got
one.
to see that.
Benson's in that.
The Gumball
Benson.
Machine.
Yes.
Okay.
What?
This
Benson. It was a
I never
TV
heard
show
of
back in the 80s.
But
There you go.
let's see. What have we established? Wes Watson is dumb, won't go to jail. Nick Walker is cooked. Derek will beat him, but at his best, Nick Walker should be winning. The 2023 Arnold Classic was a robbery. Nick was robbed. Um, Dogs are so overrated. Having an animal in your house is so overrated. Um,
We didn't establish that. That's
we
I guarantee you got about
that
7 or
hasn't
8
been
mites in the room that you're at right
that
now.
hasn't been established in this episode. But continue.
Weed is overrated and just plain dumb. Another low IQ move. Yeah, that's pretty much it. That kind of sums it up.
What if you already have a low
Well, I
IQ?
don't, so.
No, but what if you... Is it
No,
gonna
it's
make it any
impossible. My
lower
mind
if
is
you already have a low? Or is it going to
No,
bring you
it'll-
to a
it makes you
level
dumber.
and there? So if you're really dumb, do you think it'll bring you
No,
up to that
I don't think
level?
it'll make you dumber either. But
No,
it'll
so
make
It's just gonna
it'll make you a dimwit if you're not already.
What if you eat too many cheeseburgers? Will that make you stupid?
Yeah,
No.
processed ones probably.
Yeah.
Homemade, you be good.
They say peanuts make you
Yeah,
smart.
if you like ground
Homemade.
up your own beef, like from getting some parts from the butcher, had a nice burger on the grill, you can live forever off those things.
That does sound
Hey,
good.
Kenson,
Yeah.
Yes.
you might want to take a
Yes.
quick peek at Chris Aceto's Instagram. Just have a
It
look at his
wasn't
last
that
post.
funny. It wasn't that funny.
Right now.
What, an hour ago?
Okay, then I gotta go.
Mark, you may want to check your DMs.
What could it possibly be?
Listen,
Check
look at what he
mine?
said.
Why couldn't Chad 16?
That's his son pushing.
Oh man, I love it.
Chad's
I
low
love
IQ. Sean Ray
Did
is so
Sean-
based.
Did Sean say
What?
something on the latest podcast?
Chad
or
coached
something
Ronnie
before?
He said a
Coleman
lot.
to his Olympia victories.
Did he talk
Chad is
shit
not low IQ, bro. Come on.
Yeah, because peaking Ronnie Coleman, the greatest bodybuilder that ever lived, was that hard. Okay.
He trained a lot of
He
people
was a
though.
pioneer. He was a pioneer.
Flex
Okay.
Wheeler.
Oh, gross.
No, Chad Nichols.
Yeah. No, but I mean who he coached. He coached Flex, he coached
Oh
Melvin, he
yeah,
coached a whole bunch.
yeah. This is just it. No, I agree with Aceto. I think that his son should have finished off the job.
His son should finish me off.
You'd be around the same age.
Was he actually 16 at that time?
Something like that. Yeah, he's young.
Probably.
That's crazy. That makes the
Yeah.
story much funnier.
And he's
Huge.
huge. Too.
Huge.
Yeah, it's
Man.
like he has he's a Neanderthal. The whole family's Neanderthalish.
Dylan. It's Chad. Look, I'm not saying that the guy's not. He's huge. He's young. He's probably pumping something. Being honest, he doesn't need to have it all figured out. He doesn't even have to think straight. Okay, he's that
Oh,
age,
good thing
and you
because
know
he
what?
doesn't.
I applaud. No, I applaud his aggression. You could learn a thing or two from that aggression.
It is
Dylan.
Elvis's birthday,
What?
January 8th,
Very
1935.
Justin, what'd you say? I should have more aggression?
No, you could learn from his aggression. Okay, why don't you just
How
take
so?
a look at it? How so? It's not because you're too reserved, I suppose that's why. But just when it comes to training, Dylan, if you were to take some of that into the gym, right?
I don't train.
Yeah, this is the starting point for you. Okay.
Training is so overrated.
You trained last night.
Oh,
Liar.
fucking Lord.
Training is so
You were
dumb.
just-
Like, really, when you think about it, if I could do it over again, I wouldn't have even started. It's such a waste of time. And I
What would you
fully
have done
believe
instead?
that.
Why couldn't Chad,
Uh,
16-year-old,
actually have a
what
good
did Sean,
life with a
did
good
Sean
career.
Ray
That's what I'm
play
wondering,
something
Mark.
else?
Sorry.
Did Sean
Good
Ray
life
play
is
don't know.
something
you
else
can
again?
enhance that by training.
No, it did. I became a gym cell.
You know what? I need to have you and Chris Aceto on the same podcast.
I don't think I don't think I'd get along with Chris.
Uh,
You would jump on, yes.
you
And
guys
I
could
would
both
taper
talk about how
my
you don't
taper.
train, but have a
I
strong opinion in bodybuilding.
yeah, I don't think I'd get along with Chris too well. That's
Why?
my bad though. We have beef already.
I hope you wouldn't.
Really?
I just started it.
I've
Yeah,
got a photo of
just
Chris
now.
Aceto.
Yeah,
Right now, he'll forgive
No,
you.
he won't.
you
He'll
probably
forgive
will.
I don't care.
The bodybuilding community is
Yeah,
very
no, it's
forgiving.
not.
Except for
These people are
Dylan.
so
Yeah,
soft.
except for Dylan. Dylan is not forgiving.
I'm the most forgiving person
Unforgiving.
on this panel.
Oh, here we go.
Well, then
Here we
give
go.
Mark your
RX
victory.
muscle just.
Yeah, well,
It's on. What did he say?
So it says
There you
beef alert. After Sean Ray's comments on the Voice of Bodybuilding podcast about Derek Lunsford hiring Chris Aceto as his new coach, the technician fires back with an absolute doozy, posting a screenshot of the standoff between Ray and Dominic Nichols at the 2023 Arnold Classic.
I couldn't get through the Panada advertisements. Before we begin, we're going to talk about Panada. I'm like, oh, I can't watch this.
you just
So I
skip to
missed
the
it
you
because
just
Mo-
skip to
Brody
the
and our
6 minute
boys
mark
at
every video and you're good.
Panada.
He leaves it just that much at the end without
skip-
Panada, and then finally I talk
Skip
about
to the skip to the 6 minute mark and you'll get through it.
it. I know. It just bugs me. It bugs me so much that I'm like,
Henson, is that where he says
Yeah,
it about about Aceto and Derek?
should have watched it.
It's in that
Must be.
video. Yeah,
Must
yeah.
be.
I was going to say I got 3 minutes in, and then I think I was the same.
Oh, so you watched it, Kenton?
I watched a portion of it. Yeah,
What did he say? What did he say?
it obviously his derogatory comments toward both Derek and Nick when it comes right down to it. Sean doesn't really give anybody compliments in particular, right? You can get the gist of it even before you watch the video.
So Chris gonna beat
What
him
did
up?
Sean
People-
say?
more
Well,
people need to
something
listen
not
to
good
Sean.
about somebody.
More people need to listen to Sean. Sean is so based.
I tell you what,
People do.
Sean actually
People
has
do
had some
listen
good
to him.
opinions at times.
More often than not, he's right.
Years ago, it's
It's
not
just
a
that he's
it's,
so
it's
cocky when how he says it.
exactly it's
Like
his
you,
it's
Dylan.
his delivery.
You're right all the time, but bugs me that you're right.
What are
Sean's
you
the-
all, women? It's what you say, not how you say it.
I don't even think it's just
Take what
delivery
he
though.
is saying.
So sometimes
It's
he
not
said
just
some
delivery.
real sometimes
He said one thing one day. He goes, I was rewatching a podcast that I was on the other day, and I noticed that I said something very profound.
Well, was it?
I'm like, I don't remember, but just him
Probably
saying
not.
that,
Well, maybe
I'm
you
like,
should get
"Good
some profound
God, Sean."
statements.
his Jay Cutler interview was brilliant.
Well, maybe it was profound, but you don't pick it out yourself. Somebody else should
No,
let you
I
know
say
that it's
profound things all the
profound.
time. I probably said a couple on this podcast.
You should watch it back and then tell me.
No, I hate listening to
can't-
myself. I'm retarded.
Yeah, I can't listen back to my stuff apart from my news videos, and I still hate it. I still hate it when I like watching it and editing it.
It's the only way to learn, though. You have to. You pick out your flaws.
I never
Dylan does it every day.
watch a finished product. Like if
We can tell.
occasionally I will, and then I go away, Dylan.
Okay. Listen, I gotta wrap this up. Okay.
Why
We
don't
will
you just let the
reconvene
dog out?
Who let the dogs out?
because I have 3 of them.
Let them all out.
I have to deal with. I will.
Just let them
But
outside.
it's also. I'm going to. I'm going to after I sign off of here,
Let the dogs out.
and then
Do you
I'm
stay
going
with your
to
dogs?
It's bedtime.
Do you think that's the same band that sung "Do It Like They Do" on the Discovery
Beastie
That was
Boys.
Bloodhound Gang. No, that
No,
was
no,
Bloodhound.
yeah,
that's not the
yeah,
Beastie
yeah.
Boys.
Beastie Boys suck.
Oh my fucking lord, Dylan!
They can't even sing.
You're so 20. You're so 21.
No, they're rappers. They rap.
Yeah, and they can't do that either. It's
You're
just
so
literally
21.
garbage.
Mark, can you do a Beastie Boys inspired
Alrighty.
rap in one of your videos?
That's what they sound like.
I did a Nick Walker one day with a Nick Walker.
I remember that one.
I haven't seen that.
Mhm.
I know. Okay, I gotta go, gentlemen. Thank you very much. We'll reconvene in the very near future. Dylan, cheer up.
I'm happy. That's a lot.
I'm sure. Yeah. Later.